but we'll start because I have also committed to my online members because we are going live on Instagram and YouTube. So we need to start on time. A very warm welcome to all you wonderful ladies and men out here. It's so beautiful to see all you guys out here. So myself, Neha Cheda, a clinical dietitian and founder of Neha NutriFit. I'm here along with my team, Shifa and Alifia. And today's topic is managing obesity the right way, from awareness to action. So basically, September is considered as a National Nutrition Month. And since years, and as qualified dietitian, we as Neha NutriFit team can proudly say that me and my team are all clinical dietitians and are all qualified dietitians. So we are a part of the Indian Dietetics Association, and as an affair from the Indian Dietetics Association, every year we get different themes to spread awareness to the masses, and hence we are here today addressing obesity, reducing sugar and oil consumption, which guides you towards a healthier tomorrow. Again, a very warm welcome to one and all out here. So what is obesity? Obesity is basically a very complex and a chronic disease. But most people believe that obesity, which means a high amount of weight, obesity is not only categorized by weight, but by many measurements, one of which is BMI, that is a body mass index. A body mass index above 30 is categorized as an obese individual. So an individual who would have about 80 kgs of weight may not be an obese individual because he may have a higher muscle mass and a lower fat percentage. So obesity is categorized by various things like body mass index, waist circumference, and body composition. So the defining factor is when fat leads to diabetes. It's not started. Sorry, I just need to change the mic. Shiva, can you put it on? Obesity is categorized by BMI, the onset of obesity, and fat distribution. So we see obesity by fat distribution, an android or an apple shaped. Does it click something? An apple shaped is basically obesity. Out to play. In our times, we used to go out to play in the ground, and these days, you see kids don't want to go out of the house. A lot of screen time, junk foods, play dates, and so much junk food. All this is at a very rampant rate, which increases childhood obesity. Adult obesity is generally caused due to lifestyle, lack of sleep, stress, irregular eating habits, irregular work timings, stress hormones, which increases your level of cortisol, and a number of reasons. Obesity is never caused due to one single reason. So, improving your lifestyle can reverse adult onset obesity and childhood obesity as well if it is detected at an early age and necessary lifestyle changes are made for the same. This is a chart which tells you an ideal body weight. So basically an ideal body weight is calculated with a very simple formula. Ideal body weight, which is height in centimeters minus 100 for males and height in centimeters minus 105 for females. Alifia, would you like to volunteer and tell us your height so we can help them how to calculate?
My height is 5.6.
Okay, so Alifia's height is 5.6, which is 167 centimeters. So Alifia's weight should be 167 centimeters minus 105, which is about 61 to 62 kgs. So this is the way how you can calculate your ideal body weight. We all can pass this chart if you want to see what is your height in centimeters. This is the recommended dietary allowances. We made a small little chart. I think it may not be very clearly visible at the back, but we can pass this on to you later. So this says about how much nutrients one should consume. So we have various categories of males, women in different life cycles. That is women at a normal adult, women, a pregnant woman, and a lactation woman. Kids, infants, children, boys, girls, and adolescents. At every stage, an individual human has different requirements. So requirements of calories, carbohydrates, calcium, proteins, magnesium, iron, zinc. We have jotted down this chart which we can share with you at the end.
Can we have a breakdown?
Yes, surely, definitely. Yes, certainly. So this recommended dietary allowances is what is actually calculated and made by every country. So India has a different recommended dietary allowance. Every country has different. So we will definitely share this with you. This is the food guide pyramid. This is what food should be consumed in what quantities. At the base, we see all the cereals breads, rotis, rice, pasta, oats, quinoa. These are varieties of our power fuel that is of carbohydrates. This fuels your day and supports brain function. So this is supposed to be consumed in maximum about 5 to 6 servings in a day. About that we see fruits and vegetables.
अभी
तूने मोबाइल में सेटिंग किया है बराबर?
हाँ मोबाइल में वो ऑटो कनेक्ट हो जाता है
And it is good for, most important, vision. Vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K is all power packed in all of fruits and vegetables. Along with that, a very important micronutrient, that's minerals. So vegetables play a huge role in maintaining bones, muscle, and nerve functioning, and it also regulates fluid balance. So again, a combination of about 4 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables in the entire day should be consumed. Top of that, we see at the pyramid milk and milk products and meat, fish, and alternatives for all those who are non-vegetarians out there. This is a power pack of proteins. Helps in building and repairing tissues. Also helps in aiding weight management. You know, a lot of people throughout my practice they will come and say, मैं एक्सरसाइज करता हूँ, मेरे ट्रेनर ने मुझे कहा है कि मुझे प्रोटीन लेना है, मुझे क्रिएटिन लेना है, मुझे ब्रांचिंग अमीनो एसिड्स लेना है. And we blindly start eating all of this without realizing that natural foods definitely
ड्रॉइड ड्रॉइड वाला
of proteins per kg body weight. An advanced exerciser would need around 0.9 grams to 1 gram per kg body weight of proteins. So, all we can definitely get our proteins through our natural foods. So by the time you can just go through the calcium and iron sources. So like we saw milk and milk products, these are rich in calcium and protein. Can anyone tell me a very simple question? What is calcium needed for in our body? Great, very good. Yes, so calcium is majorly needed for bone health. But when this couples up with vitamin D, it gives the absorption of calcium becomes very high. It's very easy to get proteins from natural sources. But have you heard something called as bioavailability of proteins? Bioavailability of proteins, which means if we say we have हमने 2 कटोरी. If you're a non-vegetarian, is eggs and chicken and fish. If a vegetarian, then it is milk, cheese, soya, and then dal. So that is what the absorption happens. Say for example, from a glass of milk, you would be able to absorb about 90-95% of proteins. Whereas from one bowl dal, you could absorb about 60 to 70% of proteins from that bowl of dal. Then At the top of the pyramid, we see oil, sauce, and sugar. Fats. There are two types of fats, good fats and bad fats. So we wonder what is good fats and what is bad fats. So good fats are fats which help in increasing our good cholesterol, that is HDL, and reducing our bad cholesterol, that is LDL. So we will see soon the sources of good fats and bad fats. Let's see what are the different causes of obesity. Obesity is never due to just one factor. Like I said, it's always because of a combination of factors. Obesity is caused due to stress. Can anyone out here beat stress or avoid stress in today's life? Exactly. स्ट्रेस एक ऐसी चीज है जो हमारे पीछे हमेशा भागती रहती है, but it is up to us how we take up the stress and how we beat the stress. The most important thing, if any member comes to me and in my form of food recall sheet and lifestyle sheet, the most important question that I write is stress, and I would ask, ma'am, sir, आपका stress level कितना है? And at the start, the member or the patient would feel, is she trying to get into my personal life? But no, the stress level to know for your dietitian is of extreme importance. जब stress level high होता है, हमारे hormones yo-yo में जाते हैं और हमारा weight loss बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है. So जब कोई आता है और मुझे every weekly follow up में बोलता है, मैंने तो डाइट बहुत अच्छे से फॉलो किया है पर मेरा वेट लॉस नहीं हुआ है, आज एक गुलाब जामुन खाने से कल वेट नहीं बढ़ता है, और आज डाइट ठीक से करने से कल वेट कम नहीं होता है. इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ डेज. सो यू आर द वेरी बेस्ट एग्जांपल फॉर दिस एंड आई एम श्योर यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. सो यस, इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हमें स्ट्रेस कंट्रोल करना है. हाउ डू वी डू दिस? Can someone give me great examples to beat stress?
Exercise.
Amazing, amazing. She has been exercising since
All my life.
all her life. Yes.
एक्सरसाइज तो चाहिए पर उसके साथ में एक्सरसाइज करने एंजॉयमेंट भी चाहिए.
Yes.
आप
Very true.
एक्सरसाइज आप सिर्फ हेल्थ से एक्सरसाइज करते हैं साथ
Yes.
मेंटली भी एक्सरसाइज होनी चाहिए और आप एक्सरसाइज से खुश होने चाहिए.
Very important point.
आप सिर्फ बॉडी खींच रहे ऐसा नहीं, आपका मन आपका दिमाग सब साथ में लगना चाहिए.
Music helps.
Music,
relax.
meditation,
Yes.
dance. Just put on your music on your ears and enjoy. You can just dance. You can go for a walk, meditate. What the only and only thing that helps you beat stress is वही करो जो तुम्हें पसंद है. पूरे दिन में you have to give yourself a minimum of 30 minutes to beat your own stress. Trust me, a me time for 30 minutes in the entire day will beat your entire stress. Who gives that 30 minutes of me time? I try my best. But yes, it is very important. Those who all don't give 30 minutes of me time, please start doing it from today itself. Unhealthy diet. हमारी लाइफस्टाइल या जैसी हो गई है कि हमारा फूड इतना अनहेल्दी हो गया है. I have a lot of patients over America and we serve to them through an online diet portal. और हमको हमेशा उनसे यही सुनने में आता है कि we need practical tips. So जब हम उन्हें क्यों बोलते हैं कि आप रोटी क्यों नहीं घर पे बनाते, जब इंडियंस को हम बोलते हैं कि हम रोटी बाहर से खरीदेंगे, it's very weird. But in America, it's very very common thing कि वहाँ पे उन लोग रोटी पैकेज्ड रोटी लाते हैं जो ऑलरेडी रेडीमेड रोटी होती है. Packaged foods, tinned foods, ready to eat foods is all a part of unhealthy diet. So it is very important कि हमें हमारा diet healthy करना है. मैं नहीं कहती हूँ कि आप unhealthy मत खाइए, but आप unhealthy options को जब healthy options से swap कर सकते हैं, so that is a better option. genetics. Most people say obesity is genetic, and yes, it is true. But you can always control. जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि हमारे काफी generations में diabetes रन करती है, thyroid रन करता है, तो हम तो आने ही वाला है. आप खुद imbibe कर रहे हो. जो आपको 30 years में आने वाला है, आप आपकी lifestyle को improve करके उसको 60 तक prolong कर सकते हैं. आने वाला है, I don't beat that fact. आने वाला है because it is genetic, and neither me nor you can change it, but you can prolong it. Another important is lack of sleep. हम जब रात को सोते हैं, most important, किसको बिना मोबाइल देखे या टीवी देखे नींद नहीं आती है? Yes, I know many females, a lot of my friends. In fact, I was on a girls' trip for a holiday over this weekend. I'd gone to Gujarat and I was sharing a room with one of my friends. And I was very tired and I went off to sleep at 11:30. We had done a long journey that day. And the next morning when I woke up, my friend said, I did not get good sleep. I said, I slept well. Why couldn't you sleep? The whole environment of the room was just perfect. And I was told by my friend that you were so well sleeping, and I don't get sleep without seeing TV or my mobile. And I did not want to disturb you, and so I did not switch on my mobile. And so she didn't sleep but allowed me to sleep. So the most important thing is जब हम मोबाइल या स्क्रीन टाइम करते हैं रात को सोने से पहले, हमारा नींद एज इट इज डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, बिकॉज जो हमें 15 या 20 मिनट देखना है उससे जगह पे हम 1-1.5 घंटा मोबाइल देख लेते हैं. So this circadian rhythm, that is your sleep pattern, should not be disturbed. And genetics and smoking, family history and habits also play a very important role. Beat obesity before it beats you. Body का size नहीं, health का balance matter करता है. Let's see about the various metabolic diseases that are associated with obesity. Let's talk first about obesity and diabetes. So excess fat in the body makes our cells resistant to insulin. Insulin एक ऐसा हार्मोन है जो शुगर को हेल्प करता है मूव करने में हमारे ब्लड से सेल्स तक. एज अ रिजल्ट शुगर स्पाइक अप हो जाता है हमारे ब्लड में और ब्लड शुगर राइज हो जाता है. दिस इज व्हाई obese individuals are 7 times more prone to diabetes as compared to a normal individual. यानी इसका मतलब ये नहीं है जो obese है उनको ही obesity होगा, उनको ही डायबिटीज होगा, और नॉर्मल वेट इंडिविजुअल को डायबिटीज नहीं होगा. मेरे पास काफी लोग आते हैं, मेरा वेट ठीक है, मैं स्वीट्स जितना चाहिए उतना खा सकता हूँ, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको डायबिटीज नहीं होगा. सो बी वेयर. बट गुड न्यूज इज डायबिटीज को हम कॉम्पैक्ट कर सकते हैं. आई हैव अ कपल ऑफ पेशेंट्स who, there was one lady who was 63 years old and she came to me when she was having about 70 to 80 units of insulin और उनको 17 साल से डायबिटीज था. She's one of a very high spiritual guru. We would not like to name her due to her personal reasons, but she's a very high spiritual guru and most of us know her also. And उन्हें 17 साल का डायबिटीज था, वो 70 यूनिट्स ऑफ इंसुलिन लेते थे. उन्होंने मेरे साथ 6 मंथ्स का डाइट प्रोग्राम किया और मैंने 17 साल का उनका डायबिटीज रिवर्स कर दिया. उनके जो डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट थे वो खुद शॉक थे कि कैसे 17 साल का, बट लाइफस्टाइल मैनेजमेंट एंड फूड चेंजेस कैन चेंज एंड रिवर्स क्वाइट अ फ्यू डिजीजेस. मैं हमेशा, कोई भी मेरे पास आता है ब्लड रिपोर्ट्स लेकर और बोलता है मुझे डायबिटीज आया है, हाइपरटेंशन आया है, कोलेस्ट्रॉल आया है, मैं हमेशा उनको पहले बोलती हूँ आप ऑफकोर्स डॉक्टर के पास जाना जरूरी है, डॉक्टर को कंसल्ट करना जरूरी है, बट पहले आप 3 महीना लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस करके देखिए. अगर हम थोड़ा भी इसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट कर सकते हैं तो द ऑनसेट ऑफ टेकिंग मेडिसिन्स कैन डेफिनेटली बी प्रोलॉन्ग्ड. नेक्स्ट, लेट्स सी ओबेसिटी एंड हार्ट हेल्थ. अ हेल्दी हार्ट can make your heart younger than your actual age. आप सब लोग